All right. Well, today is day 5, only 2 more days. Yes, 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 yes. So
Woohoo!
just yes, I know Elaine's like excited too.
I'm excited.
So the question for today was and still is, what can you start doing today? What can you start doing today? So one of the things is that people experience that maybe last year they wasn't moving their body as much. They weren't necessarily so focused on their fitness. So what you can probably start doing today is focus on your fitness. So today we have our fitness coach, Elaine Paradise, Body by Paradise, and she's actually going to share with us, what her experience has been when, she wasn't necessarily focusing on her fitness. She's going to talk a little bit about her fitness journey. She's also going to share with us what we can do today to start our fitness journey, to start that fat burn, to start that weight loss, and to increase our metabolism. And of course, she's going to share with us something really delicious, and I'm really excited for her to share what she's going to offer everybody. It's so crazy. But anyway, Elaine, go girlfriend, go, 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 go.
Well, thank you, Ya. Ya and I have known each other for quite some time, but listen a little bit about me. My name is Elaine Paradise Como, and I am 51. And I started my fitness journey probably at 19. I used to rollerblade, do step aerobics, do the Stairmaster, run, do all that stuff. I've run marathons and half marathons. And I just always been into fitness, and I just love attending fitness classes because they do get me motivated. So about 7 years ago, I decided to really make this kind of a part-time job at first. And I was teaching boot camp class at LA Fitness. I got certified by ACE, and I can teach group fitness classes. And currently now it's my full-time job. So I'm excited about that. I'm teaching boot camp, and here in Florida, I'm actually going to be teaching Pilates as well. And also I teach dance and sculpt to a local golf community here. So it's fun to do a lot of different things and keep moving. But I think your question was like last year, and even just since COVID hit, I think people first were just kind of paralyzed. They didn't know, like, how are they going to go to the gym? They can't go to the gym anymore. So I think that a lot of that online became really, really popular. And I actually got COVID when it first came out, which I'm kind of happy about, got it over with, because I don't think I've gotten it again. Yes, I have gotten vaccinated, and no, I have not gotten my booster, but anyway. So, it's really, when you don't work out, a body and motion stays in motion. So when you don't work out, your body, your muscles tend to, disappear, it seems. Your cardiovascular, it's harder for you to even walk up the steps when you're not constantly moving and working out. You become depressed, not working out and not doing some sort of cardiovascular, I don't care if it's body weight training, or you're in the gym doing weights, or you're just walking. Any type of physical activities is going to increase those endorphins, and it really is going to up your mood, because you can get depressed when you're not working out, or just doing anything physical. You also can start eating more and eating mindlessly, which is such a bad habit. I mean, how many times have, you just first said, forget working out today, I'm just going to eat, chips and, I'm kind of a healthy eater, but chips and hummus or whatever, that's like my weakness. But, you could be in your ice cream bucket, it's just the thing that you have to really focus on, especially in eating. And I know this is not what we're going to talk about, but stay away from sugar as much as possible, because sugar leads to diabetes, and it leads to lack of energy, and it leads to that brain fog that we all have experienced once in our life. And it could give you a big high in the beginning, but it's going to not make you reach your goals. And you can also start drinking a lot more water. They say times your weight times 0.67, and that's how many ounces of water that you're supposed to be drinking. But anyway, you just have to just drink water. It's harder to stop something it's harder to start something after you stop doing it. So the key is, how are you going to get back on that horse, right? What can you do today that's going to get you back on the right track? And for me, it is, okay, it's a new year. Everybody has goals, right? So you might have a goal of working out more. Great. I'm glad you have a goal of working out more. What are you doing specifically to reach that goals? Goals are just a overview, broad, you have to have stepping stones for each goals in order to reach them. Like if you are studying for a test, or you are, like I have to get certified I have to keep up my certification. So every 2 years, I have to do a new study. Well, it's not going to happen. I can't say my goal is to pass the whatever exam in the next 2 years. Well, what do I have to do? I have to buy the book. I have to print out the test. I have to, make time and study for it. So each goal has something that has a stepping stone underneath it. And as simple as it might be, what can you do? What do you do, to get going when you want to work out? Like, what are some of the things? What are some of the stepping stones do you think that you can do?
Yeah. So, and this is such a great question too, because, what I do is I actually, coach people on, okay, we're looking at the overall arching goal. So for example, we're looking at this fitness for overall arching goal. Well, now, because if it's an overall arching goal, I break it down by month, by week, and by day. So I break it down like, okay, my overall goal for this month, not this year, but this month is to, say lose 2 pounds, or to, improve my running, or to, get to the gym more, or to work out more. So great, that's my overall goal. Then I break it down by week. Okay, how many times a week am I going to go to the gym? Okay, so I'm going to go to the gym 5 times a week. That's awesome. Now, what am I going to do every single day in order to reach my quote unquote weight loss goal, or my weight, my fat loss goal? Well, what I'm going to do every single day is I'm going to drink this amount of water. I'm going to eat this type, I'm going to eat, these meals. And so for me, it's so important to be very specific. Like you're saying, Elaine, yes, you want to lose weight, but how are you going to do that? You're kind of aimlessly wandering. And like you said, you have to be very specific and have, milestones. Yeah.
I like what you said about, especially like blocking that time. You have something to do in the month. You have something to do that day, in the hour of the day. Okay. What can you do today to make you successful for tomorrow? Well, people say, I'm going to wake up in the morning and work out. Well, okay. First thing you could do is set your alarm. Okay. Right. Yeah. Second thing you could do, well, this is something you could do before you even set your alarm. The night before, you can lay out the clothes that you're going to jump into, unless you're one of those people that you're going to, wear your workout clothes to bed. I'm not one of those people, but just get it all ready. So it's a mindless activity. You go, you get dressed, and now you're dressed up, right? So that's half the battle, just getting dressed up. Another thing that you could do the night before is sign up for a class. I know Orange Theory is big and it's great. And, if you sign up for that class, if you can't cancel, otherwise they'll charge you, right? So what else could you do if you don't have Orange Theory? If you're just going to the gym, pick out a class. You don't have a gym, just go online, go to YouTube. There's tons of workout videos, including my own, but there's tons of videos that you can go ahead of time, decide which video you're going to do, have it all lined up for you to do, and do it. There's no excuses. I know early morning might not be your thing, then that's fine, but don't put it off. Do it. If it's 5 o'clock, get your gym bag all ready to go. Make there be no excuses for you not to, from work, go to the gym, or from work, go home, no distractions, go get your workout done. There are 24 hours of the day. How many days and times do we waste on this thing? I mean, how many hours of the day and minutes of the day do you waste on mindless, Facebook or Instagram or TikTok or whatever it is. You know, even podcasts could be a little mind waster for you, but a lot of podcasts are awesome. I'm not anything about that. But, you know, you just got to plan your day. Okay. If you're not going to if you think that you're going to throw spaghetti against the wall and it's going to stick, it's just not going to stick. I'm a little bit of an aggressive person, as you could tell. I'm like, no excuses, just do it type of person. And that's what you have to do. And notice that you will, you know, think about, okay, if I don't work out today, I'm going to feel like crap all day long. Okay. That's kind of what gets me up in the morning sometimes. If I work out today, I'm going to feel good and I'm just going to like start the day. My mind's going to be bright. It's just a better way. And you work out in the morning, burn calories all the rest of the day. It is awesome. You just have to have a plan. You have to know your why. And you talked about this with your other interview I saw. Why are you working out? Is it for somebody else? And sometimes that is a really, really good, like it's for your children. You want to be strong for them. Okay. It's for your husband. You want to look attractive. Okay. But when you do it for something external, like you were talking about in your other videos, and I encourage you all to go back and watch those because Yah has interviewed other people also. But you know, you want to know your why. If it's for something external, sometimes that doesn't work. But if it's an internal thing, if it's for you, if it's to make you feel better, I don't care if your reason is I want to look good because I'm vain and I just want to look good. Okay. Whatever it is, just make it a reason that is good for you. And that no matter what external thing happens, okay, your boyfriend breaks up with you. Okay, well then there's no reason anymore, right? So you have to do it for yourself.
Yeah.
And
it's so interesting that you mentioned that too. And I'm not sure if I shared this yesterday in the previous, you know, chat was, you know, for me, 2 points is, you know, I cannot take off more than one day from moving my body. I've noticed that like I took off 2 days in a row and I saw that my mental state was starting to go down. Right. And I didn't realize that, you know, yes, I work out not because, you know, for vanity reasons, that's great too. But for my most important reason why is because I cannot afford for my mental to go down. I cannot afford to be, you know, depressed. I cannot afford to have suicidal thoughts. I can no longer afford that. No. And for me, you know, and just planning, you know, like you said, I actually plan my workout clothes, including even my sneakers the night before. My alarm is set. My water is, everything is set. And even if I don't go to the gym, I take my dog for a walk. Her and I, we went for a nice little, I don't know, 35-minute walk. So it may not be the gym, but it's something. And I think it's so key is to move your body. Now, like you said, what is that motivation? You know, for me, like, you know, the external reasons, they can all change. I remember I went through a breakup and I'm like, okay, I am preparing for a competition and I have no man in my life. What am I going to do? So, and it's like you said, so it can't be for that external reason. It has to be, you know, to feel good, to feel confident. And, you know, I would love for you to share, you know, how can people really find that motivation to move their body, really find that motivation to, you know, start their fitness journey, just to start to move. Right.
I mean, like we said before, knowing how it's going to make you feel afterwards is a huge motivating factor. Knowing that you're going to be the best that day, you're going to be on, you're going to be alert is a huge motivating factor. Knowing that tomorrow is another day, but you know what? We're not all guaranteed tomorrow, as we all know, especially in this time. No, that's kind of morbid, but it's true. Make the most of every single day. I do have something to share with you on my screen. If I can share my screen, I want to show you some exercises that you can do to really, really benefit, to make the most of your time. Now, contrary to your belief, I don't work out every day. I mean, let me get this straight. I do something every day, but I'm not in the gym doing an hour of cardio. Okay. I used to be a cardio junkie. I used to do 45 minutes. you know, you don't need to work out for that much time, and you don't need to do cardio every day. I'm going to share my screen.
Regina wants to see what you're going to share. She said, oh, wait a minute, Auntie going to be sharing something. Let me see what she's going to be sharing.
Where is my, my desktop, I guess. All right, I'm sharing my desktop. So I had this up, and I will
cool.
Do a little slideshow. Okay, so y'all see this? Good. All right, so in 30 minutes, first of all, I want to let you know the difference between men and women. Unfortunately, men burn a lot more calories than women do, because typically, and this is not, you know, 100% true, but typically men have more muscle than women. So as you can see, you know, if a man does, even just by walking, if a man walks 4 miles an hour, he's going to burn 205 calories. If a woman walks the same 4 miles per hour, she's only going to burn 158. Now we're talking about a male and female. They are not the same weight either, but they're the same age. There's a big, big difference. Here's some list of things that you could do to get the most of your calorie burning. And this is in a 30-minute time frame. So Zumba's great. Men are going to burn a little bit more calories than women. In 30 minutes, a woman might burn 243 calories. Okay, running, obviously, because running is very, especially at 10 miles an hour, that's pretty good jog, pretty good run. You know, if it's hard to have a conversation when you're on the workout machine or if you're running or whatever, then that tells me that you are, you know, you're burning the most calories you can burn. You're working out at your cardiovascular capacity. You know, running is going to, for a half an hour. I usually say, you know, if you're jogging for 30 minutes, it's about 300 calories. It just depends how much you weigh. And how old are you, and how much muscle you have on your body. So there's aerobic exercise, there's walking, there's running, there's, you know, steady state exercise. And then there's anaerobic. And anaerobic is going to be taking like yourself on the treadmill, running at a 4.0 speed, then going a little faster on a 5.0, then a 6.0, or maybe you're sprinting in at 8 for like 30-second increments or short increments and giving yourself enough rest. That's going to burn the most amount of calories. But the thing that is really going to change your body, because burning calories is not what it's all about. The thing that's going to change your body is your muscle. So lifting weights, you want to burn more, the more calories are burned. So the more muscle mass you have, the higher your resting metabolic heart rate will be. And that equals more calories burned. And when you have muscle, it's using your stored calories or glycogen as energy. And even the fat burns because of your muscles that are around your fat. It's just, you know, and a lot of it has to do with what you eat, almost probably 80%, because, you know, fat cells love sugar, you know, the nutrients in your body, what you put in your body, your blood will love them, and then it'll disperse them out and use them as energy. So one of the fastest ways to work out cardio-wise and not be on this treadmill for an hour is to do 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off, 20 seconds of a high intensity, 10 seconds off. Okay, here's some Tabata workouts you can do. One, you know, you can do 20 seconds of burpees, 10-second rest, 20-second jumping jack, 10-second rest. These you can find on the internet. You can click on Tabata exercises and just print one out and do it in the gym. Okay, there's so many different ways you could do high intensity interval training, which is what we're talking about. There's really no excuse not to. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen.
That's awesome. I love that you share different ideas of, you know, the different ideas people can take on as far as what do I do? Well, yeah, okay, I want to
Yeah.
be, I want to start moving my body, but I have no idea where to start or even what to do. And then,
Mm,
of course, with, things going on in the world, people may be
right.
apprehensive of going back to the gym. What you showed, you can easily do in your home. And some people may say, well, I don't have weights. You don't need weights, because what you just showed, you don't need weights. And that's what it's all about, is number one, finding your why. Number two, having a schedule, being prepared. And number three, just get out there and start moving, even if it's just walking.
Yeah.
Absolutely love that. And so I would love for you to share, what you have to offer,
Mhm.
for those who are looking to, take it to the next thing in their fitness journey, the next thing in their health is, which is moving
Sure.
their body. Yeah, absolutely. Share. Regina wants to know.
Hey, Regina. Um, well, as everybody knows by now, I have a YouTube channel, and you probably also know I haven't been filming. So I moved from Georgia to Florida, and just trying to find that place where we can move. We're actually closing on a house next week. Woo-hoo. So I'll have a more steady place that I can film the videos. But I have tons of videos on Body by Paradise on YouTube. There are low impact videos, there are high impact videos, there's just weights videos, there's no weights videos. It's all in the playlist. So I know that sometimes when you go on YouTube and you click on Body by Paradise, just click on the little icon and then go up to playlist, and then it's all, organized for you. So there's about 50 so videos on my YouTube channel. I just opened up my bootcamp class. So I've been teaching for 2 years. I've been teaching LA Fitness Bootcamp. For 5 years, I've been teaching at LA Fitness. But since the pandemic hit and they closed back in the day, I took a lot of, some of my people in my class just want to work out with me. So I consistently, for the last 2 years, have done every Wednesday, 5:30 p.m. and every Saturday, 8:30 a.m. So I'm opening it up for people for a paid, they'll pay me, but for free, you can go on my website, www.bodybyparadise.com. And I have an Podio account where you can click on the packages. And if you want to try it free, you can do one of two things. You can email me, and I'll just send you the Zoom link. You can try it for free. I'm teaching tomorrow at 8:30 in the morning. It's going to be awesome. You're going to burn a ton of calories. You do need a set of weights and a mat and lots of water. Or you could go on Podio and register, and there's a coupon code, which I won't give on this, but if you email me, I'll send you the coupon code. So when you put in all in your information, you put the coupon code, and then you are registered for the class for free. So 2 ways you can do that. But I'm just opening this up. I'm also opening up, if you are an individual and you don't like group classes and you just want me to do a one-on-one, I can certainly help you out there. There's private sessions on that website as well that you can choose. So, I do have a life now. I'm doing this for full time. So I am also doing the Pilates thing in about a month. And also, on every Tuesday, I teach my older ladies, because you have to keep moving, body emotion stays in motion.
Yeah. And I would, and thank you so much for sharing that. And it's just such a great way to just keep moving. So you've basically eliminated all the excuses. You've eliminated all the excuses, like,
Yeah.
well, yeah, the gym's not open, but yeah, you can still
Well,
join.
I can't go to your bootcamp class. Well, you got my YouTube channel.
Exactly. Well, I'm not sure if I can afford it. Well, it's free. So yeah, you can.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you've eliminated all the excuses. And so, just give us what would be, some words of wisdom, or just some lasting, encouragement that you can give those who are just feeling like, I'm not sure I can do it.
Yeah. Well, you have to start somewhere. And, if you look at all of these shows where, The Biggest Loser, just look at them. All you need is motivation and your why. And you can make changes to your body by increasing, especially by lifting weights, especially because, okay, I'm 51, and it's been very hard to maintain my muscle mass. And I'm working out just as much as I used to. It's harder. So you have to start lifting weights. You are not going to bulk up. If you do it correctly, you're going to increase that metabolism I was talking about. That muscle will start to, it just burns calories all day long. It is the energy in your body that's going to burn the calories all day long. And I mean, calories, I'm not talking about food eliminations. I'm not talking about a specific diet, although you can't eat, cheese pizza every single day, work out and expect a 6-pack unless you're drinking beer and that's your 6-pack. So you can't do that. You just have to eat smart, keep moving, and wake up and realize that God has given you this body, and it's his temple. It's your temple. Treat it right, because it's the only thing that you have that you can control.
Yeah.
So I hope, you leave with positive vibes.
And now tell us what your why is.
My why. Well, I can tell you that my why is probably just habit. And it's at this point, it is just maintaining. It's maintaining. I'm not trying to lose weight. I'm not trying to gain weight. I do it for myself. Primarily, I do it for myself because I feel better when I'm at this weight, when I'm at this, and don't get me wrong, like I have my insecurities. I'm getting old. I'm seeing wrinkles. It's gravity. There's gravity going on, so I get it. Okay. But after I work out, I don't see those things as clearly. It's very interesting. After you work out, after you get those endorphins going, even if it's just a brisk walk outside, my why is that I feel good. I'm not looking at my wrinkles. I'm not looking at my gravities. I feel good. And that's my why, because I want to feel good so that I can help myself. I can be there for my husband, and I could be there for all of you and make you get off your butt and just do it.
Absolutely. One last question, I promise. What do you do when and this is a real big one. What do you do when you don't feel like it? When you don't feel like getting up and, doing a workout or doing something for your fitness? What do you do like when you don't feel like it? Last question.
You have to really listen to your body. That's number one. If you don't feel like it, because like today is a perfect example. I woke up with foggy brain, and maybe because, I'm over 50, but I'm tired. I was so tired, and I slept 8 hours. It's not like I didn't sleep. But it's knowing that if I don't do something today, that feeling when you lay in bed all day and you kind of feel like you're covered in film and you're ick and you're yuck and you're just like, I don't want to feel like that. So even if it's just I got dressed, I went to the gym, I did a little bit of this, not even a full workout. I stretched, even if it's just stretching, you just have to do something, because after you do something, you are going to feel like it.
Yeah.
It's going to make a difference in your mind, in your motivation, and in your spirit. Your spirit's going to be lifting. If nothing else, do it to lift your spirit, because a positive you is better than a grumpy old grouchy, I don't want to do anything you.
Right. Well, thank you so much, Elaine. This was just such a delicious conversation. I'm so glad you were able to join us just to talk about the benefits of moving our body, and also what happens when we don't move our body and how that affects us so much on the mental spectrum. And so, it's great to have these goals of, losing the weight and losing the fat and, all of this, all these quote unquote, I like to call them commercial reasons.
Exactly.
But, these commercial reasons, which are external, but you helped us to really navigate through asking the question of, well, what's my internal reason, and that why, and just helping us get moving, even when we don't feel like it. You helped us show, okay, It's all about how you feel and lifting that spirit and just becoming just such a better version of yourself. So
Exactly.
I thank you so, so much. Everyone, again, this is Elaine. You can find her information in the description. Please be sure to join her bootcamp. Please, 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 please reach out to her. She has an amazing bootcamp. I mean, and even if you're not able to join the live bootcamp, she has so many videos. Did you hear what she said? She had over 50 videos. So if nothing else, at least for the next 50 days, you can do a different workout. Just imagine where you will be in 50 days doing Elaine Body by Paradise workouts.
Thank
Oh,
you. Yeah.
I can only imagine. I can only imagine. Anyway, thank you so much, Elaine. I look forward to seeing you guys on day number 6. Question. So anyway, we are done here. Please, if you haven't moved your body today, please do so today. Don't let the sun go down without moving your body, even if it's just for a brisk walk, like it is here in Atlanta, 26 degrees. Anyway, I digress. See everyone.
Bye.
I'm going to leave and come right back.